the wind blows between the tree leaves. Oh, my phone's on, man. Way to interrupt.
Yeah, it's like echoing. You know, what's up with this amateur crap?
Okay, rewind. Is that echoing?
No.
Okay, it's like the wind massaging the trees and blowing between the leaves, and the snow-capped mountaintops, and the squirrels and the frogs, and Denise Brown from New Zealand. Yes, part of the meditation. We find ourselves sometimes broken in life. We must turn inward and work on our internal spiritual connection and self-esteem, and just know that whatever challenges are before us, we use a support system of love and compassion and empathy and acceptance. Acceptance is truly the answer to all of our issues today, because then we can move forward. And with that, we'll bring you into a little lavender. Lavender is a nice thing to inhale as well. Do you ever smell lavender? It's so wonderful. I spray it on my pillows before I go to bed. It's very nice. Yes. All right, and here we go. Oh, we're back into the real life. I noticed the, hey man. One of the things you don't want to do is devices while we're meditating. That's the whole point, to get away from. I noticed while we were doing that, I noticed the captions. I must be mumbling because it wasn't getting the captions correct. Hi, Denise. Anita.
Hi, Anita. And hi, Patrick.
Patrice, man, what's happening, Kevin?
Listen, if we didn't have those three friends, we'd have no.
We have three friends. It feels good, doesn't
I love
it?
I respect Denise, Patrick, and Anita more than I could ever tell you.
Hey, when you watch a podcast or a live stream of any kind, do you chime in? Do you just, are you more of a voyeur? A lot of people are. Oh, Jack Roth, what's up, buddy? I'm going to see you tomorrow night.
What's tomorrow night? What are we doing tomorrow night?
Jack and I and Chris are going to do another practice because we definitely need it and getting ready for the show, you know.
Is that in preparation for your show on the 27th?
Yeah, 29th. We just run the tunes, you know, like we don't. Oh, there it is, right there. Yeah, man, you're good. You're a good producer, Kevin Suger. That's right. Vix presents Reckless in Vegas Unplugged, a modern twist on vintage Vegas. Unplugged means acoustic. Saturday, March 29th, 2025. That is this year, end of this month, and it's a 7 p.m. dinner show. $65 includes dinner and a show. This is Vix. This is a jazz club.
Listen, I saw that you recently posted something about this, and there's like 4 choices for dinner.
5.
What are they? There's like a, see that? God.
Yeah, it's moving. Yeah, mine doesn't do that.
I put my hand up. Like
it's cool when it works. So I was telling you, we'll go back to the menu, but I was telling you in my dad's car, he's got some fancy car, when you're driving and you start talking with your hands, it turns the station and raises the volume, and it's got some kind of an eye on it so you can do hand commands. Not cool, man, if you don't know about it, right? Like, you don't want that thing to move.
I totally agree. And I hate the fact that this thing decides that every time I put a hand up, the camera's going to jump into. See, I have to manually turn it off. I just did. So now if I go, ooh.
Now you're cool.
You know,
what about like on FaceTime, right? You can do the hearts and you can do the thumbs and you can, and sometimes I'm on the phone, I'm like this and it does that, you know? So it is what it is. But the menu choices for the 29th. I don't know. There's one vegetarian vegan choice, and then the rest is like chicken parmesan, and there's a flatbread. I don't know. It's actually on the website. If you go to Vix or go to recklessinvegas.com, it's on there. It's also on the Facebook event invite page. Does that answer your? Are you going to take a night off and come?
It kind of does, but no, I'm not. I got to work, you know, I got people depending on me to be there. There's people that have bought tickets to my show that I have to be there for. So
no, that's great.
Hey, what are you doing on Monday? What is Denise referring to?
Denise is referring to Monday's Dark. It's I don't know who. Denise, do you know who the beneficiary is of that evening? Mark does so many different charities. I don't know what it is. The food is no matter. We have a few different ones when watching chat. Yeah. Okay, Anita. Good to know.
Thanks, Anita.
Yeah.
I had a great meal there when we saw our friend Rita Lim's CD release party.
You were there before me. Yeah,
it was delicious. And it's a good room. I wish I could be there to support you.
I do too. For anybody watching, I want to point out what kind of friend Kevin is. Kevin was unable to attend our 10-year anniversary show way out at Aliante. And when I say way out, it's like seriously, if you were loaded and you had a helicopter, you would use your helicopter to go out there. Worth the drive, but way out there. This guy he couldn't come to the show because Docksiders were performing at their residency at the Venetian, and so he shows up at Soundcheck, which was, like really sweet, man. And I think you probably had ulterior motives.
I didn't. I had none. I wanted to show up for my friend, and I wanted to at least hear your half
horrible
put together sound check, and yeah, like it was good. I had a great time though. You guys are so good. I wish the word would spread, right? And I really wish that you would find just a situation that makes you feel good, and a whether or not you wanted to play 4 nights a week or you wanted to just play once a month, whatever it is. Yeah. It's not about the amount. It's just finding something. So I'm hopeful that maybe Vix turns into something that.
Yeah, it's cool. I also want something where we can do the full production thing.
It's a great room. Vix is don't get. I'm jealous you're playing there.
It's unplugged. It's acoustic though, Kevin. It's a different animal with acoustic. It's fun. I love it, and I'm grateful. I don't know. I don't feel a whole lot of push for that. Everybody needs a break here and there. We've been so lucky, Kevin. I've been doing this a long time, and I'm grateful. I
honestly know like this is going to be a challenging show for you. Like me, there's a lot that we bonded over when we met. We're both band leaders. We both have invested a lot of time and effort and money into our shows, and amongst many other things. Right? We're both songwriters, and we're both creative. We both produce. We both do a whole lot of like.
One has
cool
Grammy
stuff,
nominations,
right?
And one doesn't.
Listen, we can't all aspire to be me, but I get it. I get what it is. At the end of the day, though,
wait a minute. Hey, Murray Sawchuck here. I just got to say, you guys are schmucks. Fire everybody and do it by yourself. It's a one-man show. It's cheap. I can make money. I travel. I do one plane ticket, and I do a bunch of magic tricks and some comedy. You band guys, you got 19 players and equipment, and it's just stupid, really. So learn magic, maybe a little comedy, and then, fuck it all, right? Because I'm Murray Sawchuck, celebrity magician, and come see my show at the Stratosphere. Yeah, all right. Kevin, sorry to interrupt, but I'm Murray Sawchuck, the celebrity magician. All right, or about to go see my mom. No, that's English. Wait, hold on. I'm from Canada. Okay, bye. Oh, wait, hold on. And I'm pissed at you guys right now, you Americans. All right, bye.
And Aaron is right. Both of our wives are awesome too, right? I would fully agree with that. Not just because I'm married to that amazing woman down there, but because it's the truth. But what I was trying to say is, this is going to be a challenging show for you. You are physically impaired. You hurt yourself last week. No, I'm not saying that to be silly.
It's not the first time I've been impaired on the stage, if you know what I mean.
You hurt yourself skiing a couple of weeks ago. You did some damage to your knee. And for someone that is the primary, truck loader and pushing the gear in and out, you're going to have to, no, I'm not saying that to be funny. Like you're going to have to kind of change your method in and out of Vix that night. Like you're going to need some additional hands.
One of the reasons that, first of all, that venue's backlined.
Okay. Does that mean you're not bringing any?
I'm gonna bring an acoustic in my little amp, but it's easy. It's an easy thing,
Yeah, and I'm carrying that, man.
I've gotten away from. Look at it. Hey, little rat bastard. Kevin,
hey, thanks for putting that up.
You put that up. I love that.
You did.
Talk about self-serving. Wow.
Wow.
You're just better with your hands, man.
This is great. No, my hands are doing nothing. I'm sitting here.
Yeah. Thank you, Denise.
Can I show you what my son did? My little 10-year-old son, Max, did for me. He made this out of clay.
Your sax player?
My son, Max.
No. He made this out of clay. Did you really miss that? Jesus.
Oh, that was funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, the sax player of the Docksiders' name is Clay. So when he said his son made that out of clay, I mean, if I got to explain these things to you, did that really go by you, or you didn't like it?
Let me be clear. Like, you saying my sax player means that I have possession or ownership.
I said the sax player of the Docksiders. I corrected it.
No, you didn't. No, you said your sax player.
I corrected it.
And I have no ownership over anybody in my band like you do in Reckless Invasion.
I never refer to that.
Alexander, look at what he just said. He said, Mike, get some PRP for your knee.
Yeah, I'm doing that. That's that. I don't know what the hell they call it. Yeah, I'm all over it. I'm going to do that after the doctor said I could do it. I'm going to schedule surgery ASAP, and then it's going to be great. And I can play guitar and sing with a broken knee. So look at all the love. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, okay. So I'm not used
So
to being broken. You have an Achilles issue,
I
and
do.
you've had it for a long time,
I
and
do.
and
I
you
have.
and you just deal with it. You go on walks and you deal.
Mi-
It's
Mine's like I did some damage to the Achilles when I fell holding my son when he was an infant,
down
and
the stairs or something.
I did, and I
Had him
sprained
like this.
I sprained my ankle, and I didn't realize at the time that I also did damage to the Achilles, and the Achilles uh, scarring showed up later. And what I have is like excessive scarring in my Achilles that makes it very difficult for me to walk, and it's very hurtful. Unfortunately, there's not a ton I can do, and the only option is something that I don't really want to do. So
I
I
would
deal
bite
with
the
it.
bullet. I'd bite the bullet and get that done. But you and I are different with that way. Hey, listen, I mean, I talked to him about skiing. I made our reservation already for February, and he was like, "Yeah, yeah, you maybe go to Park City and do some cruisers, but it's 6 to 12 months. I'm going to do everything that Alex mentioned. PRP. That's that platelet something
Replacement.
they take it out your blood, shake it, and put it back in. I think that's what that one is. And then of course there's IV back stem cell. But I'm gonna do everything that I can. I'll do everything that the pro football players do to get their self healthy.
Good.
I'm not good at being broken, right? I like to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it, how I want to do it. And I'm not my whole life. I haven't had that. So, oh, Elizabeth, wow. So no, I didn't break my knee.
Elizabeth, he broke his weenie. It's the smaller knee.
I broke my BB.
No, your weenie.
No, it's not weenie. I like the word cock. I think that penis
Okay,
sounds
no,
small.
come on. We were having such a good
Okay,
conversation.
so
Let's not
Elizabeth,
go.
Elizabeth, you just dropped in. I tore ACL and I sprained my MCL, and I just got the MRI results, and that is calling for surgery.
Have you scheduled that surgery yet, or are you
No,
still waiting to figure out what your calendar looks like?
I got the doctor, the surgeon lined up, and it's Dr. Hansen, and they take my insurance, and so you can't we were talking about this pre-show, when you have an injury like this, they want to wait 1 month from the injury to do surgery, and I think it has to do with inflammation, right? Is the issue. But you made a comment. Well, these football players, they get it done right away. And I think they're jacking them up with all kinds of other shit too. But it's thank you, Elizabeth. I love her.
Hey,
Yeah.
can you turn those lights back off on the guitars? It's blinding. Like your room looks so clinical right now. All of those lights on those guitars in the back. It looks like it's so. Look at how bright that looks. Can you turn that down?
No.
Huh.
It looks clinical.
Yeah, it does. I mean, look how blurred out everything is because you think it's cool to keep all your lights on so everybody can see your resale shop.
I was working on. Dude, don't be mean, man.
I'm not being mean. I said so everybody can see your resale shop. Why does that mean?
Hear you unplug.
Good. Thanks. This is the time of the show where we let the genius over there figure out how to set the lighting in his room correctly. We talked about this before. You know what, Denise? Knock it off. This is my turn. It's Suker in the show. I think the lights are too bright. Okay, Denise, you're in New Zealand. You guys can see in the dark. You got weird cataracts or something. I don't know what's going on. So look at him. Look at him. He still doesn't even turn the lights down. Oh my God! Like the audience is turning on me. Denise says, lights look cool, Kevin. Elizabeth says, Kevin, leave my poor bro alone, please. Oh my God.
I didn't hear you talking shit as I
What is this crap?
What about the idea that you're going to make me get up with my gimp leg and go and do that? It's like, is that better for you?
You didn't even turn them down. It's still bright in the back of your room.
I turned the photo lights off. This is just the ceiling lights. I'm not gonna. Would you stop? Who cares?
This is let
me fix it.
Horrible,
I'm gonna fix
man.
it for you. Here you go.
Yeah, here.
There we go.
How about this? This is much better. I appreciate that. That looks great.
No, you are a true joy to work with, Kevin. And I want you to. Is this too bright for you too?
No, this is good. I like this. This is good.
Maybe I should go green. How about like that?
Yeah.
Is this better?
You can, like Elizabeth said, you could put green. You could put green wicked lights on, like I have.
Hey man, we're doing something special. Did we cover who had the question about Monday? Oh yeah, Monday's dark on Monday.
Denise said you were doing Monday's dark. It's an Elvis special, right?
It is. It's a. I don't know who the beneficiary is, but that's Monday. But tomorrow, you and I are doing something fun together.
We're not supposed to tell people what it is. It's a surprise.
It's sold out anyway, but
it's a surprise. We should kind of leave it
it's
in
a
that.
surprise for who?
For the audience. It's a surprise. We're not supposed to announce it yet.
People bought tickets. Oh, they just think it's a regular show.
They don't say anything. Like, why are you doing this?
I don't know anything about this secret thing.
We'll talk about it next week. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, sorry. Are you being serious right now? I can't tell.
Being very serious. Should we call him and get him on the phone?
No. I got to put up with him tomorrow for multiple hours. Oh, thank you. Yes, Kevin, let's call him.
Oh,
I can't wait to talk to him. So yeah, so hey man, tonight is an interesting show for everybody. I wonder who's tuning into that to see our president speak to Congress, and a lot going on, man, in the world. It's a little scary. I know a lot of friends of mine have some stress around it. A lot of friends of mine have a bravado around a lot of it. I try to stay right down the middle.
Are we going to talk about politics?
Not necessarily politics, but more about whatever somebody's politics are, like the feelings that people are having. Like I think it can be a stressful time, and how we take care of ourselves. You know, I mean,
did you hear that we're going to invade Canada?
No, I didn't hear that. No, we're not. Stop it.
I think we are. I think we're.
No, we're not.
I think we're going to have
Canada.
I think we are.
I think we should invade Mexico and go get the drugs, man, because we could use more drugs in this country.
Listen, I think all of North America should be just entitled. It should just be all called America now. Doesn't even like Mexico, Canada. All like I flew over. Hey, I was flying back from Florida last week, you know, and I was GPSing the flight. And when I was flying west of Tampa over the Gulf of America, the map now says Gulf of America.
It does, really.
It does.
Hey, man, you know, whatever. I think there's other issues at hand that need to be focused, and perhaps there's a long-term plan that's better than we all think. I don't know. It's
Elizabeth, I'm really sorry. I have a feeling that Canada is going to be the new United States pretty soon, which is good for you guys. It's good for you guys.
It's not good for them.
I think Canada's a little sideways. Listen, let's be real.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
If we got my friend Stewie from Ottawa on the horn right now, who we had in the podcast, he'd tell you that Canada's communist.
No, he wouldn't. It's socialist.
No, he would say it's communist.
Elizabeth, do you concur on that? Anybody else watching that's in Canada? I don't know. Hey, by the way, a little scary. Oh, she's worried about it, and I would imagine any other sovereign country should be worried about things.
Elizabeth, it is what it is. We would love for you to be an American citizen. It would be great, right? And then you wouldn't have to worry about that weird language you speak.
She speaks.
We could just all speak American.
Man, you're putting on a funny front right now, my friend.
I'm not putting on any front.
I like the diversity of the world. I think it's interesting, and I think.
Listen, I love Canada too. I call it Canada.
You realize that this morning we were going to talk about this, but we hit 1 million followers on YouTube, which is a big deal. But with your statements, I think
without a real radio show like some real people have, right?
Silly, right? But
we don't even have a real radio program like real hosts have.
I'm looking at the numbers though. Ever since you made that statement, we're down to 500,000. That's crazy. It cut right down the middle. It split it. So, good job, Kevin. You know. So, yeah. See. Yep. Doesn't read lips. Yeah.
Listen. We love our Canadian friends.
Bonsoir, madame. Je m'appelle Michel.
Michel Mabel.
Could say, c'est la vie to our Canadian friends. Or je t'aime. Okay, so you're back in town. So you did a gig in Nashville over the weekend, right?
Nope. I was in
Florida?
Nashville, and I was in
I just said Nashville.
2 shows in Charlotte, North Carolina. What's technically called Lake Norman and the Cornelius area.
So you did 3 shows.
Yeah.
And the fires were South Carolina? You were in North Carolina?
We're in North Carolina. It's just above South Carolina, Michael.
I figured that's like, why did they did that like the Dakotas, right? Why not? Listen, why not just combine them?
Have you ever been to the Dakotas?
I don't maybe drove through. Would we drive through for any reason? Play in Chicago and up there?
I got to keep it real. Like we used to play in North Dakota. We used to play in South Dakota. This is back in the 90s.
Yeah.
They're so fucking lame. They should be merged into one state and should just be called Dakota.
What about the Carolinas? You feel the same way?
No, the Carolinas are much more cultured than the Dakotas.
Wow, you're making a lot of enemies today.
I apparently am. The audience turned on me when I started talking about your lighting. I'm just keeping it real. Listen,
Are
it's
you
a little
grumpy
lavender.
today?
I took a nap today. I feel
You
great.
shouldn't take
today.
naps. Yeah.
I feel great. What are you
So when
talking
you
about?
feel good, you abuse other people. Is that the way it works?
I'm
'Cause
not who am I abusing?
me?
Are you feeling abused? I'm sorry
No,
if you
you
feel like
can't. You
I'm
don't have the
abusing you.
power. I don't
Okay,
give you the
there you
power.
go. Then why did you put it out there? You're
I'm
just
just
trying to charge the
commenting
audience up
on
against
how
me.
you're. Yeah, I'm trying to turn
Let's
the
ask,
audience against
let's
you.
ask our three people that are watching us: Patrick, Denise, and
Stevie,
Stevie,
Alex,
and Anita.
and
Do you guys
Jack.
like the Dakotas? I mean, these people are going to just be politically correct because they just are, right?
These
They're going
people.
to
Now you're
say,
saying these people. You hear,
"Yeah,
ladies, you hear how he's treating you and how he thinks of you.
yeah,
This is a new side of Kevin. I don't
yeah."
think you should take
Apparently,
naps
right?
anymore. You're so inclusive normally, and right now you're being
Feel
very.
great, man. I'm very inclusive. I'm saying that they turned on me already.
I think you're getting too big for your britches, there, buddy.
Elizabeth turned on me. She
Yeah.
said to leave you alone. So I'm put in the comments whether you think North Dakota should stay a state. Come on.
I've heard that before, and I don't understand why they're like that. But do you think California should be split in two?
I think
Northern California
I think California should be maybe split in five.
in five. Where would you draw the lines,
Yeah,
Kevin?
of course. Here we go. New Zealander in the house.
Dakotas are beautiful. Yeah, I don't.
So,
Hey, where's
the Dakotas are a less literate Montana.
okay? The
I'm just
whole,
keeping it real.
all the entire states, both
The
states,
whole state. Yeah. Have you ever talked to anybody from Grand Forks, North Dakota?
North Dakota. Isn't Fargo? Fargo, the movie Fargo, right? It's
No, Fargo is like North Dakota. I've been to Fargo. Have you been to Fargo?
so you judge intelligence by vocabulary and cadence
Jack,
and
thank you. A smart gentleman. I agree. One Dakota. Right?
I'm not.
Why does it have to be two?
I'm not arguing that piece though. What I'm questioning is your justification, and you're saying what did she say? They're May.
Yes,
Is
Denise, they're becoming one state. Our president of the United States just passed that today.
that
He's
true?
getting rid of both North and South Dakota, and now just making it Dakota.
Huh.
My vote was to call North Dakota Dakota and the South Dakota Fanning. So when you read it on the map, it said Dakota.
I think Elle's got something to do with this. She's chimed in. She's definitely chimed in.
Listen, look,
Hey.
Jack, thank you. Too much dumb for two states. I agree.
Wow.
If you've never been to Fargo, North Dakota, which I have a lot of experience,
Why are you
there's
pointing at
still-
everybody?
I'm pointing at you.
You're
I'm
being
pointing
mean,
here.
man.
Okay, whatever. Next subject. I'm sick of this conversation.
Okay, next subject. So about a month ago, Kevin calls me and says, "Oh, you got to watch this great movie." And I'm like, "What is it?" He said, "It's called Honora." And so my wife and I, Jolie and I, watched it that night, and we thought it was a great movie. We liked it, but I didn't think it was going to win a bunch of awards. And now when I followed back up with Kevin, you said, this is going to win Best Picture. It's going to win. You were all over it, like you called it. And so I was a bit impressed by your call, for one thing, because, to me, it was up against some pretty big, amazing films with a lot of depth. And this was more a movie about excess. And if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to ruin everybody's. They should see it. It's a great film. But like, I'm surprised. I feel like people are dumbing down a little bit in what they really like. And I don't. Are the Grammys and the Oscars, Academy Awards, are they voted this? Is it similar thing? They vote. There's a committee.
Let me break it down for you. And this happens a lot in political climates like this. That people are looking for escapism, and that movie was a perfect escape from how serious things can be. Listen, did you see any of the Best Picture contenders? I know we went and saw Wicked together, so you saw that with me.
Yeah.
Did you see The Brutalist?
I did not see The Brutalist.
Incredible film. You've got to watch The Brutalist.
But heavy content.
Heavy. Adrian Brody's performance there's a reason why.
He's brilliant.
Did you see the Kieran Culkin, Jesse Eisenberg film?
I did.
I loved it. I thought that was
I did too.
Phenomenal, right? There were a lot of good movies this year. There's some years where I'm kind of like, this is the last year I felt that there was a bunch of shit in the cauldron. I tried watching Amelia Perez. I love musicals. It was such a stretch for me that I just couldn't get into it enough.
Really, I didn't see it.
Feel like it I watched. Did you see
Substance? Did you watch Substance?
I did.
They won. They won makeup, right? Didn't they win best makeup?
And the big controversy this year was Demi Moore lost best actress to this Mikey Moulton is her name, I think, Moulton, and who was in Anora, right? I thought
that's right. That's right.
That performance she gave in that film
was great.
Was unbelievable.
Both of them were great,
and Demi was great too. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's hey, but do they go back to my question though? You're probably aware of this. I'm not. Do they vote just like? Is there a committee just like the Grammys? The same kind of a thing? How's our business doing, by the way?
Our business is killing. Thanks to Froggy for constantly keeping it booked, and
he's got a VIP card too.
He's got his punch card hit 30 this last week.
Wow,
I'm grateful for that. But yeah, like the Academy members get to vote, right? So you have to be a member of the Academy.
Isn't the Grammys like that too, though?
Well, yeah, like you have to be. It's not easy to become a voting member. You have to have so many credits that have been commercially released before you get to be what they call a voting member of the Grammys. But and you got to be careful what you wish for, because you have to sit. Like, if I take it seriously, you sit for like a month
and watch these movies,
and you listen through the category, and you look through the categories, and you listen, and you're
talking about music wise,
yeah. So, but at the for the Oscars, the people that are in Hollywood get screeners, so they don't have to go out to a theater. They get sent these watermarked versions. I don't know if it's digital now, but back in the day, they would get like a box of DVD and they all say for your consideration.
Yeah.
And you watch and you vote.
Huh. Well, I love movies. That's something I'd be down to do, but I don't have any credits. I have one movie,
One movie is more than a lot of people. I have one movie.
Yeah, well, yeah, but yours is pretty impressive. Actually, I'm proud of our movie. So everybody's probably seen.
You have a new movie coming out too, don't you?
A movie?
You were interviewed for a documentary.
Yeah.
That's a movie.
I believe that my dear friend Kevin Abrams probably cut me, so I'm not going to be in it anymore because he took my knee out. He's the guy. The director of the film, the creator.
Jack Roth wins the best comment today.
Too dumb for two. Jack's pretty funny.
I love it.
I still think it's mean. I think it's lowbrow humor. You guys need to raise your intellect. I love that you're judging a couple of states for being dumb, and you guys are like making fun of them.
Do you know anybody from? Am I insulting any of your family that live in the Dakotas right now?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So back off, right? Like,
but I just think people are people, man, and just because their vocabulary.
You don't think I'm joking? You think I'm being serious? You think this is serious, Kevin Zucker, right now?
Yeah, I think he got a hard on for the Dakotas, man. And now can we change that to cock, please? I don't like dick.
How about that? That's better.
It's always Michael time again.
That's right.
Hey man, thanks for cheering me up, dude. I feel better. I've been a little. I'm grieving in therapy. I'm like, I think I'm grieving because it's been a bit of a struggle for me, and I think about you through this process because of your Achilles tendon challenge. But I'm thinking of, what's killing me is I'm thinking about the recovery, what it takes to get recovered. And then I'm thinking about my ability to ski. And skiing is, you're talking about escapism and good films. Well, skiing for me is like, bye-bye. I mean, I hit Lee Canyon when I'm in town. I'll go up there 3 days a week, So, is Brian's family from North Dakota?
Brian just said my family's from there. Why are you questioning whether his family's from there?
Which one? South or North? Clarify.
Do they have all their own tooth?
What's funny? In his nickname is Froggy. It totally makes sense right now. Do they frog gig there? You know what frog gigging is?
You should see Froggy's new ride.
What is it? He didn't get a Cybertruck, did he?
It is so cool, man.
Your good friend Ken Henderson got a Cybertruck, and it says "Suck my balls, Kevin" on the back. It's great.
Yeah,
you love that car. What did Froggy get? If we're going to delve into materialism,
I don't know. Froggy, put it in the comments. Can you post a picture of your new ride in the comments? It's so good.
Vegas Buyers Club.
He's got family in South Dakota.
Oh, South.
Frog, I don't know if you were watching. We were talking that our president just announced that they're going to be merging the Dakotas. It's just going to be called Dakota, or they're going to change North to Dakota and South to Fanning.
Doesn't Congress have to
Dakota-
vote on anything anymore? I don't understand how our system works. Political science was not my strength.
Neil
Neil.
Portnoy is with us. I haven't seen Neil in a while, but his very good friend Marlo Anderson is from North Dakota. He is the founder of National Day Calendar. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
What does that even mean? What's a National Day Calendar?
Am I supposed to be impressed by this?
Do you know what it is, Kevin?
Do you? I don't know what national.
I just said I don't know what it is. So
I don't know either. Like I'm
Neil, please educate us because we don't know what it.
Like the National Day Calendar is Tesla. That would be,
He's the founder of a National Day Calendar.
What is National Day Calendar?
Neil,
Google it, Michael.
I'm not going to Google it. It's we want our friend Neil to chime in. This is riveting.
Froggy got an armored Spartan.
What is that?
It's so good. It's so cool.
Is that a real car?
The color is so cool too. It's this froggy green. It's amazing.
Is that a real car?
Dude, yes. Go look at his Facebook page. It's up there. It's great.
Armored Spartan? I think you guys are pulling my leg.
What is today? Why are we doing this today? Why are we even doing a podcast today?
Because
we're argumentative.
We're keeping up with Armored Spartan isn't a car. Is it? Wait a minute.
Why are you so argumentative?
Oh, I know what an Armored Spartan is now. Okay, yeah. Oh, I like your new car. Oh, that's cool. Let's see if it'll show. So it's a military vehicle. So is he rocking that to work and shit? Look at that thing, man. That's
yeah, but
crazy.
what you don't see is the color he painted it is this like froggy green color. It's awesome.
He didn't get an Armored Spartan.
Yes, sir, he did.
Okay. Froggy, put that in the comments. Can you attach an image to the comments? I think, can you?
Oh, Neil explained it. He said Google it. National Guitar Day and every other national day. He made a calendar of national
days.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh boy, that's a good one.
So we can all celebrate donuts and fucking salmon. Right? Is that what it is? Like National Salmon Day and where saw checks back.
Yeah, the Dakotas are stupid. Yeah. All right.
Thanks, man.
But look at National Day Calendar came from somebody in the Dakotas.
Neil, thank you for sharing that. I didn't understand it from the first post. That's cool. That's very
okay. Cool. All right. I think we're good. I'm bored.